photograph what I'm doing here. I'm going to be starting off with 0 miles per gallon on the gauge. What I do is I pulse to like 20 miles an hour and coast. Notice my miles per gallon went to 39 there, and now we're at 0 because the engine's not running. We get here, we'll pump start at the stop sign, start the car, accelerate to 20 miles an hour, and then I hit the kill switch, kill the engine, come around the corner coasting. Kill switch right down here, and we're going to coast to the end of the street. I got 0 miles per gallon showing up here because the gauge doesn't register until I reach about a mile, 0.3. Speedometer, you notice we're going 10 miles an hour, but there's no tachometer running. Bump this engine at the stop sign here. Notice how quiet it is. Now bump the engine. Accelerate up to about 20. Hit the kill switch down here. I'm going to coast up to that stop sign at the top of the hill. Notice the tachometer, the scan gauge or ultra gauge isn't registering anything yet. Bump start here. Just going to get enough speed to crest this hill, hit the kill switch down here. I'm going to coast as long as there's a little bit of a downhill here. Notice now we started registering. We have 23.7 miles per gallon. We're up to 24. Because we're coasting. We're going to hit the bump start again, enough to get around the corner, coast to the top of the hill there. Hit the kill switch, coast. And bump start here. Up to speed, 20 miles per gallon, 25 miles per hour, You notice how quiet the car is because the engine's not running. We're going like 20 miles an hour here, looking ahead, at 26 miles per gallon, and we're about 0.8 of a mile into our trip. We started with a cold engine. 15 miles an hour. Most effective pulsing and gliding is when we're going really slow from 12 to 20 miles an hour. Bump start. Get the engine up to 20 miles an hour. Hit the kill switch. Now we're at 22 miles an hour. We're going to coast all the way down the bottom of this hill. We're almost to 30 miles a gallon now. We are at 30.1 miles per gallon right here. We're still going 15 miles an hour. We're going to hit a nice downhill here to a stop sign. We're basically traveling in an industrial park where there's no traffic. It's after 5 o'clock, so everybody's gone home. And we're up to 30.9 miles a gallon, 31 miles a gallon, one mile from home on a cold engine. Actually, died down to 20 miles per gallon. It's up to 33 now. Each pulse I'm going to gain about 2 miles a gallon. We're up to 35 miles a gallon. We're 1.5 miles into our trip. Looking at the speedometer here, we're down to 20 miles an hour. I'm going to have to bump start at 18. Put it into third gear here. Release the clutch. Accelerate at about 82% engine load. Up to 30 miles an hour. Hit the kill switch. Engine's dead. And our gas mileage is going to go up to about 40. We're at 36.9, 37. The engine tachometer's off. We're still going 20 miles an hour. Here's a kill switch down here. Okay, it's time to hit the clutch. Start the engine. Keep the engine load about 82. Up to 30 miles an hour. Hit the kill switch. Tachometer's dead. We're at 30 miles an hour. We're up to 40 miles a gallon now. We're 2 miles into our trip. Notice we haven't seen any vehicles going the other way or passing us yet. Up to 42.9, 43 miles a gallon, 2.2 miles into our trip. We're just coasting. We're down to 18 miles an hour. It's time to put it in third gear, pop the clutch, watch the engine load, keep it to about 82. Neutral, hit the kill switch. Engine's dead. Tachometer shows nothing. Nice and quiet because the engine's not running. And we're up to 43.5 miles a gallon, 2.4 miles into our trip. We're going to hit 45 miles a gallon before we have to start the engine again. Bump start. Kill switch. The engine didn't die. I had to hit the kill switch a little longer. The last pulse we were up to 45 miles a gallon. We'll be up to 46 or so by the time we hit that stop sign up there. Miles a gallon, 3 miles into our trip. speed limit here is 40, so I could pulse from 25 to 40, but since everybody's gone home, should have gone home, we'll just poke along. It's a scenic area, so cars often poke along here looking at the bird life and stuff. To 48 miles a gallon now, 3.5 miles into the trip. We'll hit 50 pretty quick here, probably on the next pulse. We're still at 18 miles a gallon, or 18 miles an hour, excuse me. We're at 49.5 miles a gallon. We're up to 50 and we didn't even have to do another pulse. Okay, 50 miles a gallon. Start the engine. Get it up to 30 miles an hour, hit the kill switch. Didn't kill the engine. We pushed it a little longer this time. The engine's dead because the tachometer dropped to 0. We have to crawl back up to 50 miles a gallon. Is actually much slower, from 10 to 20 miles an hour, but there's too much traffic on this road to be going that slow since it's a 40 mile an hour road. Bump start the engine, get that load down. Hit the kill switch. Didn't kill it again. Now it's dead. 30 miles per hour, coasting down. We'll probably hit 53 miles a gallon by the end of this pulse. Miles into the trip. Another pulse here. We're going to make it to that stop lot sign. Hit the kill switch. Miles a gallon. We're going to lose a little. There's a little uphill after this stop sign. We'll drop it down. So we hit the stop sign at 54 plus miles a gallon. We won't get that back until we hit this next downhill after the uphill. Mile per gallon dropped to 51.6. Like I said, we're not going to get back to that 53, whatever it was, for a long time. past this little bump here at 25, we're good to go, but we're not going to make it. So we'll have to do one more pulse here. Switch. Okay, we're going to gain it all back now. We'll be up to 54 miles a gallon by the time we hit the bottom of this next hill. Unfortunately, there's a truck behind us. He's going to have to pass us because he's in too much of a hurry. It'll be illegal to do it on the double line, but I've seen him do it every time. Passing on the double line because he's in a big hurry. We're up to 55.4 miles a gallon, 55.5. 6 miles into our trip. .3 miles a gallon. Pump start. Keep that load down low, below 82. Get the engine speed up to 30. Hit the kill switch. Then you glide silently back down to speed. We were what, 56.3 or 4 the last glide, so we'll hope to match that on every glide. 56.4, so we matched our last miles per gallon on that last glide. 6.7. The kill switch is nice. If I didn't have the kill switch, I'd have to hit the ignition key, bump it to the off position, then back to the run position, not to the on position where it cranks the starter, but back to the on position after I killed the engine. It would also shut off the VSC track light, check engine light with the ignition key, but the airbags don't come back on for quite a while, so it's better. That's our Amtrak train over there in the distance to the right. Oops, I didn't bump start quick enough. Our engine load coming up this hill is going to be a little high. So we're not going to hit the crest of the hill when we hit 30 miles an hour here, so I'm going to go a little faster, up to about 35. That'll give us speed to crest the hill, put it into neutral, hit the kill switch, and then we got enough speed to crest the hill at 25 miles an hour. We're at 55 miles a gallon now, 7 miles into our trip. When we hit the bottom of the hill, we're going to gain about 2 miles a gallon. So we'll be up to about 57 because this is a long downhill with the engine off. Road may seem to go nowhere, but it actually takes me to Walmart, to Home Depot, to Costco, a bunch of other places. We're going to hit 58 miles a gallon. I'm going to bump start it here, get that load up to about 80, 72 now. Hit 30 miles an hour, which is our goal. Hit the kill switch. bump start one more time. Engine's on. Load is about 80.8. 30 miles an hour. Hit the kill switch. Engine's dead. 30 miles an hour. We're going to coast a little ways. We're going to gain about 1.5 miles per gallon on the next downhill, which is past those eucalyptus trees up there. We'll have to do one more pulse to get up to speed at the top of the hill. So we'll see. We're going to be at about 58 miles a gallon here. 57.6, 57.8, 58. Accelerate, keep the engine low. Okay, pulse is done, gliding again. Here's the downhill. We were at 58 at the top of the hill. We should get to 59 at the bottom, I hope. Maybe 59 and a half. Not much of a hill. We're actually at sea level out here. These swamps are part of the Scion marsh. A lot of egrets and ducks and so on out here. It's a very pretty scenic route to travel when I go to Home Depot and Costco and so on. We're at 58.8. I hoped we would get to 59, which we will. Okay, bump start. Could shut the windows. It's cool enough we don't need the windows open. Unfortunately, the state painted this. It used to be a passing lane here, and they painted it to be a double line now, so cars can't legally pass me until a little bit later. You notice that doesn't stop them. Here's where the passing lane is now. It used to be all single lane. It means dotted line, and they could pass without my inconveniencing them. Gonna hit 59 miles a gallon again. Then we have an uphill. I did make 59.5 by the end of this downhill. Okay, bump start. Get enough speed to hit 30 at the top of the hill here. We hope. Well, we're going to push it a little farther to 35 then. Then we hit the kill switch. Want to make sure we hit the top of the hill with a little bit of speed. Normally I would continue on to my shopping destination. I'd cross over this overpass, hit the frontage road on the other side of the freeway, because this frontage road on this side dies. It stops at a duck club, but I'm going to stop, pull over, and reset the camera and so on. So I'm going to stay on this side of the freeway and turn off the recording. We're going to hit 60 miles a gallon by the end of this trip. I hope we're at 59 and 6 right now. One more pulse. Bump the engine. It's hard to keep that load low enough. hit 60 by the end of the road here. .2-mile trip. There we hit 60 miles a gallon. We're going to coast to a stop up here. You can see the turnaround. I may have to give it one more bump to hit the get speed to hit